Listen to my story, it's a mighty tale indeed, of bravery and decency against self-interest and greed. Northwest Australia, mighty Pilbara, Meekatharra and Nullagai, the grey and marble bar. The squatters ruled that country, and they ruled supreme, living there like feudal lords with native slavery. You were living by the river, no wages for your work. Where's the future for our children? It's their country after all. The sound of freedom, it was coming on the wind. The song was freedom, and the way the old ones sing, remember. At the place they call Skull Springs, the desert lawmen came. They traveled in from far and wide, some 1,000 miles away. And there they sat in council, and there they spoke the law, and they named McLeod a spokesman to the future they foresaw. And then they parted, fading in the heat. They were traveling in a history, remember. Can't deny, man, where the truth is where he stands. But don't put flowers on his grave, help him now. And if you're gonna start a job, better be prepared to follow through. Said Clancy and Dooley Don McLeod. Word spread to Marble Bar, Meekatharra too, Nullagai and the Grey, and then clear down the Fortescue. May 1 was the day, 1946. 800 native workers walked away from squatters' tricks. Sound of freedom, it was carried on the wind. The sound of freedom, in the way the people say, hey, remember. Station after station, Dooley spread the word. By foot and by, he spread the strike while Clancy battled on. McLeod worked on the walls, saving wages he didn't need, to send supplies to the strikers, things like flour and sugar and tea. And the sound of freedom, it was ringing in the wind. The sound was freedom, the way the people say, remember. Can't deny, man, where the truth is where he stands. But don't put flowers on his grave, help him now. And if you're gonna start a job, better be prepared to follow through. Said Clancy and Dooley Don McLeod. Injustice upon injustice, things got really tough, but everyone still stuck together when the going got too rough. The police did the squatters squabbling, standing over people's rights. The blacks will never stick it out, it's just a war of words. But Clancy and Dooley were hard, they knew they had to be. There were hundreds of people for whom they had responsibility. Unions got involved, the Maritime Union crew. We defend the right of our native brothers to equal wages too. And the sound of freedom, it was ringing in the wind. The song was freedom, in the songs the people sing, remember. deny a man when the truth is where he stands. But don't put flowers on his grave, help him now. 'Cause if you're gonna start a job, better be prepared to follow through. Just like Clancy and Dooley and Don McLeod. They had to stick it out. They had to find a way, something better for their people than to live their lives as slaves. They threatened Don McLeod, and he took them on. The working star reported all the seedy goings on. The years came and went, the people toughed it out. They'd rather hunt again than be slaves and live in doubt. Out of sight and out of mind, no happy ending here. Betrayal after betrayal, slowly wearied by the years. I was thinking of Bar, thinking about Wave Hill, thinking of all the people who are struggling out there still at the sound of freedom. Keep ringing in the wind, the sound of freedom. The way the old ones say, remember. You can't deny a man when the truth is where he stands. But don't put flowers on his grave, help him now. 'Cause if you're gonna start a job, better be prepared to follow through. Said Clancy and Dooley and Don McLeod. Just like Clancy and Dooley and Don McLeod.